turning 50 years old has really given me a lot of things to think about. Don't get me wrong, I'm blessed to live this long, but at the same time, I'm thinking if I would have learned a lot of these concepts when I was younger, or if I had a guru or teacher who had taught me all these concepts, I think my life probably will be much more different than what I am right now. This video is for those of you who are in your prime right now, trying to figure out what to learn in order to be successful in life, or those of you who are turning 50, like myself right now. I'm 51 years old, and I still think that I have a future ahead of me. But these 3 keys that I want to share, actually, there's something that I want to apply starting now until the day that I become really old, probably 70s or in my 80s, or for those of you who are in your 20s and 30s right now who wants to learn this wisdom along with me in order for you to be successful. And I'll jump right to it. Key number 1 is basically feeling that I am not ready and to wait for that time, that perfect timing. I think that is a misconception with a lot of people, even for those who are at this age right now, at the age of 50, feeling that I'm not ready yet, I need to prepare some more, I need to teach myself, I need to learn many different things before I can even get my feet wet. The truth of the matter is, you're never going to be ready. Even starting a YouTube channel like this, I have heard so many people who are wondering, let me get my props ready, let me buy a fancy camera, let me get a good audio system, or let me feel very confident sitting in front of a camera first before I can turn on the camera and start talking. You just gotta learn how to put yourself into the situation, being uncomfortable, and just film yourself. I do believe that once you immerse yourself into the situation, it allows you to experience while learning. And that is so important because as you are experiencing it, you learn the things that you should do and the things that you should not do. And I bet you there will be so many times that you probably gonna go back to the blueprint or the drawing board and find that you probably shouldn't do many of these things. But that's a good thing, right? Because the more that you learn not to do these things, actually, it gives you better insights on how to do it better. Because think about it, if you go through life and keep doing the right things all the time, you're never gonna learn what are the alternatives. It's great to always do the right thing, but what happened during that day when you faced an obstacle, what you're gonna do? So don't feel that I need to wait for the right moment in order for me to start doing the things that I love. Or don't prepare too much before you feel as though, okay, it's time for me to do this, to do that. If you want to open up a business, of course, yes, you should do your research, but doing research, you have to get to that point where you just say, okay, I got my lessons learned. I think it is now time for me to just go and dip my feet into this business, and while experiencing it, you're going to learn how to be successful at the same time. Key number 2, and that is having self-doubt. It doesn't matter at what age in life. You can be 50 years old, or you can be 20, 30 again, or you can be younger. We all experience this self-doubt. Everything that we do, we always question ourselves, and we kind of wonder, are we making the right decisions, or that the other person is better than us and they're gonna be more successful. And for me, I'm just always gonna be playing that catch-up game. So why even bother doing it? And that's the problem with us. That's the problem with being human, is because you always think that the other person is going to get it right and not yourself. And this is something that I want to overcome, because having self-doubt, it's a natural thing because your brain always wants to protect you. But then at the same time, you have to tell yourself that, yes, my brain wants to protect me. I don't want to look like a fool if I get this thing wrong. I don't want to be laughed at. But at the same time, you gotta overcome that. You got to get to the point where it's okay. It's okay if people want to laugh at you. It's okay if you are going to fail throughout your course of getting there. And if people talk about you, it's okay, it's acceptable. And one thing that I have learned at this age is that it doesn't matter what you do in life, whether you get it right or you get it wrong, or you're not even moving, people are going to talk about you anyway. So people have opinion. And when they have opinion already, they express it in all kinds of ways. It can be positive or it can be negative. I have experienced this before. I have experienced where people are constantly talking bad about other people. Yes, I've also experienced that people praise about other people too, but I've heard more of putting down others versus praising as often, okay? So get out of that mindset of having self-doubt and just do it. And key number 3 is this. You have to remember that motion creates momentum, right? Motion creates momentum, and that's extremely important. I myself is an athlete. I come from the background of playing competitive tennis. I also practice martial art. And true, there will be days that I wake up and my body just feels sluggish and I just don't want to do anything at all. And it's extremely hard when your mind just says, I'm tired today, let me just take a break and just sit and do my work. But yet, when it comes to being healthy, I would prefer, okay, you know what, let's do it tomorrow. But it's so important to start training your mind that once you do something already, it's just going to create the momentum. Just for example, if you're gonna take that ball and roll it down the hill, yeah, the initial motion is gonna be slow, but once it gets momentum, it keeps on rolling. And I have experienced so many days that I just forced myself. I said, yes, I don't feel good today, but today is the day that I need to practice. So then I'll just go to the gym and grab a weight. There will be days that I just want to grab a lighter weight because, again, the body's feeling sluggish, but yet I am at the gym. Once you start lifting and moving lighter weight and you lift, and then once you start to feel the momentum, your mind just begin to give this signal that, okay, now that your body's warmed up, just pick up the heavier weights and keep doing it. And within 5-10 minutes or so, you find yourself with the sweat, the momentum, and the adrenaline kicks in. Next thing you know, you're gonna start doing those regular exercises that you have been doing earlier, okay? So motion creates momentum. And this is what I wanna leave with you all is, if you can do it right now, keep doing it. It doesn't matter what age you're at, whether you're 20, 30, and that is, don't wait for that perfect timing. Overcome the self-doubt in your head. And the third thing is, motion creates momentum. And the next thing you know is, you are ready to become unstoppable. Follow me in the next video to get more tips.